As the players and coaches wish each other good luck at midfield, the IHSA Board of Directors and member schools expect and promote good sportsmanship by all athletes, coaches, students, parents, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Do what's right. Thank you. Just a minute, we'll meet the players from both teams. We'll announce the non-starters first and then the starters. The non-starters for the cadets: number 4, Zach Flynn; number 5, Matt Switzer; number 7, Rodrigo Fernandez; number 12, Peter West; number 14, Will Randerson; number 15, Cameron Sweeney; number 16, Zach Wonders; number 18, Mick Wangler; number 19, Blake Turchich; number 21, Trevor Jones; and number 22, Gavin Sanchez. The non-starters for Glenwood: number 1, Colton Schreier; number 3, Nolan Mays; number 4, Tyler Brady; number 6, Brandon Ribble; number 13, Isaac Albrecht; number 16, Killian Doherty; number 17, Stone Cassad; number 19, Brock Tober; number 21, Alex Reljic; number 22, Trevor Dowell; and double 0, Riley Marchuk. Now the starting lineups. At midfield for the cadets, number 4, correction, in the goal for the cadets, double 0, Brad White. In the goal for the Titans, 0, Brayton Hack. Midfield for the cadets, number 1, Flynn Collins. Defender for the Titans, number 5, John Schroll. Defender for the cadets, number 2, Luke DeSimone. Defender for the Titans, number 7, Ethan Fields. Forward for the cadets, number 3, Alex Lopez. Forward for the Titans, number 8, Andrew Waters. Midfield for the cadets, number 6, Eddie Graham. Midfield for the Titans, number 9, Pat Flayhigh. Midfield for the cadets, number 8, Mike Frasca. Midfield for the Titans, number 10, Jordan Fields. Defender for the cadets, number 9, Jake Hutchinson. Midfield for the Titans, number 12, Connor Carnduff. Forward for the cadets, number 10, Joe Romanos. Forward for the Titans, number 14, Joe Graves. Defender for the cadets, number 11, Mick Maley. Defender for the Titans, number 15, Alex Johnson. Forward for the cadets, number 13, Luke Elder. Midfield for the Titans, number 18, Luke Rechtenwald. And defender for the cadets, number 20, Alex Rubble. And for the Titans at defender, number 20, Nick Boland. Cadets are coached by Kevin O'Connor, assisted by Neil Fuchs, James Heindorn, Matthias Alvarez. Head coach for Glenwood, Jay Leap, assisted by Tom Johnson, Greg Leap, Tommy Johnson, and Kyle Frank. There's no anthem for this game. Let's begin.
Since the IHSA moved from 2 classes to 3 back in 2008, neither Glenwood High nor Marmion Academy have qualified for the state soccer tournament. But that's all history now as these two teams clash in this afternoon's Class 2A state semifinal. Hello and welcome to Lincoln Way North High School here in Frankfort, Illinois. I'm Mike Carberg, who will be guiding you through the second of 2 state semifinal matchups. They'll determine who will compete for tomorrow's state championship. Longtime bench boss Kevin O'Connor has had much success during his tenure at Marmion Academy, but is guiding this 19 6-3 cadets into unfamiliar territory, having never been to the state tournament. Marmion is led by 2 outstanding seniors, Mike Frosca and Mick Maley. Frosca leads the team with 41 goals this season while chipping in an impressive 17 assists. But not to be outdone, Maley comes into today's match finding the back of the net 23 times while adding 17 helpers of his own. Standing in Marmion's way will be the Glenwood High Titans out of Chatham, Illinois, just south of the state capital of Springfield. The Titans, who are unsure what they had to start the season due to an inexperienced group, have battled their way through the postseason, and longtime head man Jay Lip has his bunch just 1 win away from competing for the school's first state championship since downing Boylan for the crown in 2005. Leading the way for the 16, 5-2 Titans will be their big 3, Connor Carnduff, Andrew Waters, and Jordan Fields. Winner today's tilt with 13, 14, and 10 goals respectively. So now let's take a look at today's starting lineup right before we get set here. Starting in net today for the home team will be Brandon Hack. He comes in with 13 games started with 14 goals allowed, a 1.08 goals against average. Glenwood High will be going from right to left on your screen wearing their all-white uniforms. The defensive pairing will be number 5, John Schroll, number 7, Ethan Fields, Alex Johnson in number 15, and Nick Bolin wearing number 20 as we get set underway as Glenwood dumps it deep inside Marmion territory and out of bounds. The midfield pairing today
for the cadets
for Glenwood High will be number 9, Patrick Flayhive, number 10, Jordan Fields, number 12, Connor Carnduff, and number 18. And for the Titans up top, it's going to be number 8, Andrew Waters, and Joe Graves wearing number 14. And on the flip side, the away team will be Marmion Academy going from left to right on your screen. They'll be wearing their all-blue uniforms with the white letters. Starting in goal is going to be Brad White, who enters today's game with 28 starts, 35 goals allowed. That's good for a 1.25 goals against average. He's chipped in 138 saves on the season. And as we get that goal, or that free kick rather, it's going to roll out of bounds and set up a goal kick here.
Goal kick for the cadets.
The cadets are going to be employing a 4-1-4-1 formation today, trying to counteract that strong forward and midfield play from the Titans. And the defensive pairing is going to be number 2, Luke DeSeven, number 20, Alex Rubel, number 9, Jake Hutchinson, and Mick Maley wearing number 11. Mike Frasca is going to be playing alone behind the midfield today. Number 1, Flynn Collins. Number 3, Alex De Lopez. 6, Eddie Graham. And 10, Joe Romanos will be the midfield pairing. And up top is going to be Luke Elder wearing number 13. And now streaking in are the cadets, but that's going to be kicked away safely and out of harm's way for the Titans. And now the Titans trying to counteract on their own. Streaking down the right sideline and trying to look for a crossing pass. Andrew Waters was going right down the middle, and so now it's going to be a Titan corner kick down there on the far left corner. It appears it's going to be Connor Carnduff wearing number 12, taking the kicking duties. Carnduff comes in with 13 goals, 15 assists this season, and they get the goal, or the ball up, and that's going to go over top all of the attackers. Trying to keep the ball in that time was Patrick Flayhigh, but it's going to go out of the box. They're trying to chip it back in this time. It's going to be Nick Bolin, but to no avail. And now back up toward midfield. Both teams just going to try to settle in here.
Throwing for the Titans.
Marmion Academy is led by head coach Kevin O'Connor, assistant coaches Neil Fuchs, Matthias Alvarez and James Hydorn with athletic trainer Jim Ferguson. On the flip side, Glenwood is led by head coach Jay Leip with Tom Johnson, Greg Leip, Kyle Frank, and Tommy Johnson, the assistant coaches, and athletic trainer John Weiserek.
We have a goal kick.
The officials for today's game are going to be Richard Gady, Tim Rieger, Jeff Clausen, and Gene Yonker. And the goal kick right up towards center. It's going to be played off the heads of
remind the coaches that there's
a couple players there at midfield, and the Titans trying to play it back in. But the Cadets
located in the Phoenix Hall door
trying to counter that attack. Back come the Titans. Both teams, like I said, feature a lot of inexperienced squads when it comes to postseason play, and especially here in the state finals. Neither team has been to the tournament before with any of their players. And so both squads trying to just settle down the nerves and get into their own rhythm. Looking at today's keys of the game, starting with Marmion Academy, just play hard, stay organized. They want to make sure that 4-1-4-1 formation that they're going to employ today, not their usual formation, but something they're going to do today, like I said, to counteract that aggressive attack from the Titans, and then set pieces. They just want to make sure every time they get their chances to put a free kick or corner kick potentially, everybody's right where they need to be and execute their plays. And on the other side for Glenwood, as we get the free kick here near the top of the box, and that's going to be chipped around a couple times by the Titans. And both teams just trying to clear the box. And it's kept in a good job by Fields. Fields looking for anybody, but a lot of blue jerseys there. And the Titans' keys of the game: composure, play their game. They think if they just do what they do best, do what they've done through the postseason, they'll be just fine. And they want to defend number 11 and number 8. 11 being Mick Maley, and number 8 being Mike Froska, the two big goal scorers. And then, simply enough, score one more goal than the opposition. If you score one more goal, obviously you're going to win. And so they're going to do anything they can to make sure they're ahead on the score sheet after 80 minutes of play. And now that corner kick, just a slow roller. And the Cadets try to clear it. A little contact there, no harm, no foul. Now back come the Cadets. Cadets trying to get some kind of push up front here. So far it's been all Glenwood. Now a possible breakaway here. Here comes Glenwood looking for that crossing pass, and that off the left foot of Andrew Waters, a little too far in front for anybody to connect with. Won't go down as a shot on goal. Hard to tell if he was trying to find somebody for the assist or if he's actually trying to put that one on net, but that just crossed in front of the goalkeeper, Brad White, wearing the 00. And now White in his own box, going to send his punt toward midfield. Got a lot of leg behind that one. Now let's see if the Cadets can get some kind of offensive push here in the early going. Titans so far controlling it. Now they just play it back a little give and go that time. And we're going to get a whistle here. That's going to be called on Mick Maley, a little bit of a trip that time. Trying to play it was Connor Carnduff. Not a ton of contact, but just enough to draw the whistle. Good crowds on both sides here for both Marmion and Glenwood. Marmion Academy not far down the road in Aurora. Like we say, Glenwood in Chatham, Illinois, just south of Springfield. And now Marmion trying to find some open space. They're looking to get it to Romanos. Joe Romanos loses a little bit of control. Now he gets it back. They're going to send it back to their forward defenseman. Off the foot that time of Alex Rubel. Now they up on the far side trying to go down the line. And that's going to go back and forth between a couple of defenders and out of bounds back to the Titans. Titans try to head it back into their own zone. It's going to fall into the clutches of that Cadet defense. Looking at the road to this state championship for the Titans. In the regional finals, they took down Jacksonville 2-1. In the sectional semifinals, they beat Triad 2-0. And in the sectional finals, a 3-2 decision over Waterloo. And then making it to the semifinals, they beat Springfield High School 3-1. And for the cadets in those regional finals, beating Caneland 1-0. And then in the state semifinals, they blanked United 3-0. United out of East Moline, as the cadets try to get a rush upfield, but that's going to be kicked out by the Titan defense. And a nice one-time move that time, keep control of the ball, was Mike Frasca. And Frasca couldn't do anything with it, and a player down that appears to be John Schroll for the Titans, holding that right shin. And Schroll back on his own feet, limping a little
Yellow card
gingerly.
issued to number 8 of the cadets, Mike Frasca.
As we wait for play to resume here. And Frasca being issued the yellow card. That card coming only 8 minutes, 11 seconds into the first. So some early physicality here in this second 2A semifinal. The winner of this game will advance to play Mather High School out of Chicago. They defeated the defending 2A champions Peoria Notre Dame by a score of 3-0 earlier this afternoon. And just back to that road to state real quick. Marmion Academy did defeat Sterling High School 2-1, and then by the same score they beat Lakes High School in the super sectional 2-1 as well, advancing to the state tournament, like we said, for the first time.
Was a substitute for the cadets.
And now the Titans back inside cadet territory. Titans trying to make one move. Down to the corners, Joe Graves. Graves surrounded by 3 blue jerseys, unable to do anything with it, but a good job by Ethan Fields to just keep it in. And now on the left side is Bolin. Bolin back over to Carnduff. Carnduff trying to find somebody open. He dishes it up to Waters. Waters with a nice little move there. Waters defended very well, though, by Hutchinson. And now the cadets bring it back upfield. Taking it back up is Maley. Maley with some speed. Stops and turns. Still on his feet. Maley tripped up that time. And no whistle going to be called. A great defensive play that time by Nick Bolin. Now the Titans with some speed up on the end. Here comes Jordan Fields. Jordan Fields trying to get something going, and trip from behind. Going down hard is Eddie Graham. And let's see what they call here.
Goal kick for the cadets.
And it's going to be a goal kick. No whistle on the play. Fans wanted a whistle, weren't gonna get exactly what they wanted, and Brad White gonna take the kick now, sending it near midfield, and a good job by the Titans again, keeping it inside cadet territory. Now back comes Carnduff. Carnduff plays it a couple times. Now Marmion just trying to do anything they can to clear the zone, and a soft pass that time up to Luke Elder. Elder gets it back to Lopez. Lopez dishing it back to Romanos. Romanos trying to find a lead pass. Looking again, that time for Elder. But that time it was cut off by the Titan defense. Both teams just feeling themselves out here in the early stages of this one. And we're going to get a whistle here. That's going to go against Luke Elder, hitting the turf.
Tripping called against the cadets. Direct kick for the Titans.
And it appeared to be Isaac Albrecht. Now I have to correct that. That was Ethan Fields for the Titans that hit the deck that time. Now Fields just taking his kick, goes to the left to Nick Bolin. Bolin with a lot of space in front of him with the left-footed blast, and tried to play it off the head of Jordan Fields, but that's going to go outside the box off the deflection. Now the cadets again doing anything they can. They've played most of their game inside their own zone. Titans do a very good job of possession here in the early going. Neither team with a shot on goal thus far, and that's going to go back to the hands of Brad White. White going to play it himself. And that ball just going to roll back out of bounds. Now Cadets with their own offensive push. Taking the inbound pass is going to be Jake Hutchison. Hutchison goes up top. He's looking for Romanos. Romanos defended very well that time, and back come the Titans. A nice little touch and go that time. And here comes the Titans. Titans with a little move and a possible breakaway here. Here's Waters. Waters in the corner now. That ball got away from a little bit, but he had good position on the Cadets, and he can't do anything with that. Looking for a centering pass, but that through ball going to be cut off by the Cadets.
Throw in for the Titans.
Now Bolin just going to dish that one off to Rechtenwall. Rechtenwall to his right finds Alex Johnson. Johnson looking for the pass, but that goes a little errant. And trying to find a running pass. Luke Elder can't catch up to that one, and Braden Hack just plays that outside of his box. Titans take control again. Now here's a nice long lead pass again, just like the opposition coming out. This time it's going to be Brad White trying to chase that ball down. Was Joe Graves. Nothing doing for the Titans. Now it rolls all the way back to Hack. Now both teams just going to settle down, collect their composure, and try to get set here again. Both teams trying to find control near midfield. Now here come the Titans. Titans again. And another good pass, but that's going to be broken up by the Cadets. Cadets now with a little bit of room in front of them. Trying to get a little offensive rush, and a good pass there. Looking for Elder. Elder with some room, chasing it down to the corner. And a good job there. Nearly a corner kick opportunity, but Ethan Fields caught up to that one very, very fast. Cut off Elder there in the corner. Elder couldn't do anything with it. Now the ball played back up to center. Titans again with possession. Carnduff going deep to his right. Now he's got Waters. Waters chips it back to Tyler Brady. Brady, not one of the original 11 starters in the field now. And now losing his balance over there was Alex Rubel. And the Titans up on the far side, Alex Johnson being chased down. Tries to cross that. Cut off by the Cadets. Cadets get it back up to Mike Frosca. Frosca trying to find somebody open, and he gets it over to Romanos. Romanos with a little bit of room, tries to go back to his right, and that's going to be cut off again by that Titan defense. A good job by Ethan Fields. Fields back over to Flayhive. Flayhive, a little give and go, but that pass is going to be behind Flayhive. But the Titans do keep possession. Glenwood High trying to find that first goal of the game. Gets it back into center to Waters. Waters with defensive players right in front of him. Can't do anything with it, but Waters does get it back. Waters trying to find anybody and tries to get a one-timer. Gets it back over to Alex Johnson, but Johnson's shot's going to be wide of the goal. And let's see what they do. They're going to award the corner kick here to the Titans.
Substitution for the Titans.
We'll have to see if that goes down as a shot on goal or not. It did go off of one of the Cadet players, so that probably won't go down as a shot. As we get set for the corner kick down here to our left on the near side. Good air underneath that ball, looking for the header, and that's going to go in off of the head of Alex Johnson. And just like that, we have a one-goal game at the 15-13 mark here in the first half.
October, assisted by number 12, Connor Carnduff.
And Connor Carnduff on the assist, that one for the goal. That's going to be Johnson's 5th goal of the game, of the season, I should say. And on the same side, number 16, number assist for Connor Carnduff. And just like that, the Titans take a 1-0 lead. And now the Titans trying to get back into an offensive rhythm. Cadets trying to answer now. Find themselves down. They're going to try to get that equalizer. This first half so far has been dominated by the Titans, and that shot on goal is going to go up and over. That shot by Patrick Flayhive. Shots 2-0 in favor of Glenwood High School. Not quite halfway into this opening half of the second 2A semifinal. And now here come the Cadets. Cadets trying to find something offensively, and Elder was there, but that play is going to be cut off by the Titans defense. Now back comes the Titans. A nice little lead pass by Rechtenwall. Rechtenwall searching for anybody. Now he dumps it into Jordan Fields. Fields in the corner, but it's going to be cut off by the Cadets. And now actually here's Rechtenwall again with a nice little play. He's got some room, splits the D, but that's going to be cut off there by...
Throw in for the Titans.
We'll see exactly who that was for the Cadets. It appeared to be Alex Lopez. Indeed, it is Alex Lopez, but the Titans back with possession. Crossing over to the right, just trying to find a little bit of room. Cadets defense swarming up on that far side. Titans do keep control though. They just bounce it back toward the mid. And so far, the difference has been that Titan ball control. Very crisp passing so far, and they've just played keep away for most of the opening stages. The Cadets really haven't had any opportunity to get a shot off. Trying to do so right now, but that's going to be played off the head of a couple players. And back into Titan possession. This time it's going to be Carnduff. Carnduff, who had the assist just a moment ago, tries to play it up, but the Cadets take it right back. Cadets trying to find Elder. Elder with a Titan to his left and his right. Now the ball played back up. Bruce Tober was in the area there for Glenwood. And now it comes back. Trying to find Rechtenwall. Rechtenwall defended that time very well by Alex Lopez, not able to do anything with it. And simply chipped back to the defense by Eddie Graham and back up to mid as the Cadets try to find some kind of offensive rhythm, trying to get back on the board, looking for that equalizer here in the early going. But the Titans fighting back toward midfield. Cadets are going to come out on top in this occasion, and trying to chip it in that time was Elder. Elder looking for Alex Rubel for the Cadets. Titans playing a much more cohesive game right now, a little bit more offensive rhythm, and that pass is going to be sent in deep and quickly taken by Brad White. Brad White, like we said, 28 games this season, 35 goals, a 1.25 average, but he does come in with 138 saves in the campaign. Now the ball played back up toward midfield on the top side. Cadets not being given a lot of room to work as they're going to defer back to the defense, trying to reset, get something going here. Jake Hutchison here on the near side. Going to play it forward, see where he goes with it. He crosses back over to his left. A nice pass to Hutchinson. Hutchinson goes back, but he's quickly met up by 19. That's Brock Tober. Now the Cadets, nice little dish there, but that's going to be cut off. Another nice defensive play by the midfielders. As the Cadets try to set up, we've got Alex Lopez was there to the right, but that pass was a little bit off the mark and off the foot of Lopez, and that's going to go back to the Titans as the Titans make a pair of substitutions.
13, Isaac Albrecht into the lineup.
As the Titans get set for the throw-in, it's going to be Jordan Fields. It looks like actually it's going to be Nick Bolin.
14, Will Randerson comes in for the Cadets.
Bolin sends it in with 2 assists on the season for the freshman. This being his 15th game he's played in. And the Cadets trying to find something offensively, and they're doing a better job. This is one of their best offensive possessions so far, but the Titans do take it back. A nice little steal there by Carnduff. Carnduff plays it up to his right now. Dump and chase, but coming out to play it is Brad White again. White was staring right at Joe Romanos, who was charging hard on the ball. And White with another big punt. Gets it out, Elder with the header, and that goes to their left and out of bounds. Trying to chase it down for Marmion. It was Romanos. As we get another substitution coming out of the game is Luke Rechtenwall. And Waters coming back in. Waters, one of those big three we were talking about earlier for the Titans. And he's shown a nice burst of speed so far. Had a couple nice touches on the ball as Glenwood plays back up. For as much possession, time of possession that's gone in favor of the Titans, you have to give credit so far early on to that defensive of the Cadets as that ball goes up and out of bounds. Holding off. The Titans only given up 2 shots. They have given up that 1 goal so far off the corner kick header. Perfectly executed corner kick sent in by Connor Carnduff, and that was punched in by Alex Johnson. Like we said, his 5th goal of the season right now is the difference. If we get set for another corner, and that's going to go up and over everybody's head. Nobody able to make a play on that one, and the Cadets try to play it back up to mid. Now here come the Cadets. Cadets trying to find an odd man rush, and that's going to be stolen from behind. A nice job defensively. On the steal for the Cadets was Carnduff. Carnduff, we've called his name a lot here early on. Been active offensively and defensively now. That ball's going to roll back out of bounds. Brad White going to take the goal kick, it appears. As White gets set, we're past halfway in this first half of the second 2A final. Again, the winner of this game will square off with Mather High School out of Chicago in tomorrow's 1A state championship. That game going to be right here on the IHSA TV network at 1 o'clock. I should say 2A, not 1A. Tomorrow's consolation match, whoever falls in this one, as the Cadets get their first shot attempt, and that's going to go through the box. Nobody home. Lopez was the nearest Cadet there. With that being the first quality offensive burst there for the Cadets, let's see if they can get a few more of those together. But the Titans coming right back up, and that defense is going to kick it up and back out to Lopez. Lopez can't hang on to it, though. Here comes Tober. Tober loses possession of that one and back into Titan territory. That's going to go out of bounds in favor of the Cadets. We were saying just a moment ago, whoever falls in this one will play the previously defending champion Peoria Notre Dame Irish for the consolation match. That game going to be an 11 o'clock start here on the IHSA TV network. And if you can't tune into that, you can always follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search IHSA. The Cadets now playing it back up to midfield. Cadets with a little bit of offensive burst here in the last 5 minutes or so, trying to find their first shot on goal here in this opening half. And some contact there, and that's going to be stolen, and we'll see if we get a whistle, and we do. That should go in favor of the Titans. As a push from behind.
Direct kick for the Titans.
And the Titans going to come back up. That foul looks like it's going to be on Mick Maley for the Cadets. Actually, that'll be Luke Elder for Marmion Academy. He'll be whistled for that foul that time, that push from behind. And up top, the Titans getting set for
substitution for the Titans.
Throw in as we get set for after a couple substitutions. Titans throw it in. It's going to be kicked back out by Eddie Graham. And now that lead pass for Elder going to be cut off that time by Nick Bolin. That's going to go up and out of bounds. Cadets up on the far side going to get the throw in. Still trailing 1-0 here in the first half.
Substitution for the Cadets, number 10, Joe Romanos.
With a couple substitutions of their own. Now nice throw in, good air underneath that, and that header attempt is just going to go wide right of the near side post and out of bounds, but another good attempt here. Cadets starting to get in a nice offensive rhythm. And that's going to go out of bounds, back in possession of the Cadets. On the throw-in, it's going to be Eddie Graham. Graham going up top, looking for one of his attackers. I think he's looking for Joe Romano. And that's going to go back out of bounds. They're going to whistle it in favor of the Cadets. So they're going to try it again. Eddie Graham back on the throw-in. Let's see if he goes in the same place. Looks like he is going back to the same place. And that's going to be headed out of dangerous, and a quick one-timer by the Cadets, and they even the score at 1. What a kick by the left foot. That was Mike Frasca, one of those dangerous attackers. And just like that, it's tied at 1.
An assisted goal for the Cadets scored by number 8, Mike Frasca.
And in the first half, that was mostly dominated by the Titans. Mike Frasca comes in with the unassisted one-timer goal at the 26-31 mark here in half number 1. And just like that, we have a deadlock game. Now the Titans trying to get something going offensively. That ball's going to go out of bounds, back into Cadet possession. Up on the far side is going to be Luke DeSimon. DeSimon holding for 1 second, and he's going to get that ball in. It's going to be headed right near the line. It's going to be kept in bounds, and now eventually into Titan possession. Playing it for Glenwood's going to be Flahive. Flahive sends it in. That's going to be off the mark, and they're going to roll out of bounds. Setting up a goal kick here for Brad White. So the first shot attempt for Marmion Academy results in the first goal of the game for the Cadets. Both teams with just 1 shot on net, and both of those shots have found the back of the net. And the Titans
going for the Cadets.
They're going to give up the ball. We're going to get a throw in here for Marmion. And a couple more substitutions coming in. Exiting the game, it appears it's going to be Luke Elder. And entering the game is going to be Trevor Jones. As we get the throw in here on the near side. Joe Romano's playing the ball. It goes back to Graham. Graham mishandles it just a little bit, but is able to recover. Goes back to his left. Now back up to Frasca. But that lead pass, he was looking, it appeared to be Jones who just entered the game. It was a little bit too far in front of him. It's going to be scooped up rather harmlessly by Braden Hack. And Hack plays it back out near center field, not quite, about 10 yards short of center, and that's going to go out of bounds back in favor of the Cadets. Alex Lopez giving away, it looks like, to Jake Hutchinson. Hutchinson going to take the throw in, goes right down the line, looking for Jones, but that was going to be cut off by Bolin. And now played a couple times by both teams. Bolin heads it, but it goes in the wrong direction. Up near out of bounds, and that's going to go well high and out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Cadets. Not exactly the result that Nick Bolin was looking for. So it's going to set up another Eddie Graham throw-in attempt, and this is how they scored that first goal just moments ago, but it's going to go back out of bounds.
Another throw-in for the Cadets.
And let's try it again. Eddie Graham. Nice toss that time, looking for the header, but that's going to be headed out by the Titans. Cadets trying to keep it up near the box. And some pushing and shoving there on the near side. Nobody goes down. Good job there by Jordan Fields. But back come the Titans. Titans on their heels a little bit. Cadets having their way here at the moment. So far it's been a tale of 2 halves here in the first, and going down hard. No whistle being called. Andrew Waters hit the deck hard. He comes up limping just a little bit. Appears to go on. Fans wanted the whistle, didn't get one. But now both teams playing it here in Titan territory. Cadets looking to go up 2-1, and now we get a whistle, a trip from behind in favor
Pushing called against
of
the
Glenwood,
Cadets.
being a pushing
Direct kick
call.
for the Titans.
And they waste no time. Get it over to Luke Rechtenwall. Going up to Flayhive. Down to Waters trying to find somebody. Back to Flayhive, and his shot on goal is just going to go wide left on the far side post.
Goal kick for the Cadets.
So that shot attempt not able to connect on net, and so it's going to set up a goal kick here for Brad White. And White has that strong leg, gets it past midfield. And a nice dump and chase. Coming back for it's going to be Waters. Waters battling with the defense right now. And going to go out of bounds. A great defensive job by McMaley. And Cadets
for the Cadets.
Going to take back possession as the Cadets have a
Substitution
substitution here.
Cadets,
Exiting
12,
the game
Peter
is
West.
going to be Alex Lopez. And coming in for Lopez appears to be Peter West. Peter West making his first appearance in this state semifinal. Now both teams fighting for possession near midfield. Titans controller right now, John Schroll, tries to dump it in, but the Cadets, who have found their offensive rhythm here in the latter stages of this first half. Now the Cadets with a little bit of space, outnumbered 3-1 right now. Good job just stopping, getting control, keeping it in, letting his other attackers come in and get behind him. West with control of it. West playing smart right now, but that's going to be cleared by the Titans, but headed right back in. And nobody home this time from Marmion Academy, as that ball is going to be attempted to clear. But again, the Cadets doing a nice job keeping the ball inside Titan territory. Now here's another possible shot attempt, and unfortunately I was mishandled by Mike Frosca. Can never keep possession of that ball, bounced a little bit. And that's going to roll all the way back down to Brad White. And see where White goes with it. He's got 3 of his 4 defenders fairly wide open, but he's just going to punt that past midfield, looking for Frosca. Now Frosca tries to dump it in a little bit, but the only person there was wearing number 14 for White, that being Joe Graves. And Graves just kicks that one harmlessly out of bounds as we get another throw in here. That tossing quickly kicked away by the Titans. Cadets so keep possession of it, dump it back into the zone. That pass by Romanos, cut off by one of the Titan mids. Titans trying to get something going and some physical play that time, and going to the ground was Waters for the Titans. No whistle called, both players pushing off on each other. And now here come the Cadets. Cadets possibly looking to, and no whistle being called. Trevor Jones is wide open to the right of Peter West. West didn't see him and he hit the turf. And now the Titans play it back up toward mid. It's going to roll out of bounds. Hutchinson getting set here for the throw-in, as another substitution is going to stop play here with just under 6 minutes to play here in the first half in a 1-1 ball game. And West exiting on that substitution. Coming back in is Elder. And now the Titans try to play it back up. Here comes Carnduff. Carnduff, who was active early, haven't called his name in a little bit. Carnduff with a little bit of speed. And he tries to pass backwards. He was looking for Rechtenwall.
Throwing for the Cadets.
A little bit too far in front of that one, loses his balance. That was unable to connect. And that ball is going to go right back to the Cadets.
Substitutions.
As we wait for a pair of substitutions once again. Seeing a lot more subs by Marmion as Alex Lopez comes back in and plays it off his head. And a kick attempt by Romanos goes out of bounds, so Titans regain possession of the ball. Waters just passes it right back to Bolin. Bolin tries to get it up. The closest one's Fields. Here comes Jordan Fields, tries to play the ball. Unable to do so, but Carnduff wasn't able to get the shot off. Quickly defended by the Cadets. Now the Cadets trying to play it back up toward midfield. Some contact there, and we're going to get a whistle, see who is going to get the benefit of the doubt here. And it's going in favor of the Cadets. Brad White's going to come out from between the posts to take this kick.
Connor Carnduff.
Waiting for a Titan substitution here as Brad White looks to get this free kick underway. And he gets it deep inside Titan territory. Titans trying to get the ball out. Cadets trying to keep it in, and they do. Nice little centering pass that time. Elder the only man in position that time, but here comes Romanos. Romanos is able to get a good foot on that one, but instead it's going to go back. Here's Jordan Fields trying to play forward. He's met quickly by two blue jerseys, and it's going to go out of bounds, but in favor of the Titans. Titans back underway, and it's going to be headed back toward midfield by the Cadets. Titans bringing it back in. Alex Johnson, who scored the lone goal for Glenwood here in the first half, gives it back up, and here come the Cadets. Cadets with a little bit of speed here, and they get that shot on goal, and a nice diving stop to his left by Brayton Hack. That'll go down as a shot on goal here for the Cadets. Brayton Hack saw that one the whole way. It was a line drive, and diving to his left was able to get the stop. And back come the Cadets inside Titan territory. Titan to get it out of their own zone. Goes back to Flayhive. Flayhive can't do anything with it, and he's going to draw the whistle. He goes down to the turf. Some boos raining from the crowd. That's going to be called on Eddie Graham.
For the Titans.
But Patrick Flayhive grabbing his wrist, it appeared, as he hit the field turf a little bit awkwardly. He plays on. You can still see some little bit of pain there, running back to his defensive post. And Waters getting everybody set here for the free kick. Everyone lining up near the top of the box. And a nice kick there. Let's see if they can make a play on it. And it's going to go to the Cadets. Cadets, the first person there, that looked like it was McNally. And waiting for this throw in for the Titans. It's going to be a Recton Wall taking it, just going to dump it right in front of him. And tripped up from behind is going to be Waters, so it's going to be a free kick here. Maley that time going to be called for the whistle. So that's two in a short span for Maley. And taking the freebie is going to be Connor Carnduff. Carnduff with two Cadet players lined up right in front of him. Let's see if he tries to go up top. Carnduff's kick up top. Let's see if they can get the header, and they won't be able to do so. And it's going to go back out of the box. Carnduff is the first person back to the ball, though. Stops and turns. Nice move there. He beats Elder. Elder chasing it down. He's got Lopez there. Lopez joined by Hutchinson. That's going to go out of bounds in favor of the Irish. And we're going to get a stoppage.
Throw in for the Titans.
Here it's going to be a throw in. We're going to redo that one. And Carnduff with a little bit of fancy footwork there loses possession of the ball, and that's going to go out of bounds off of Lopez. The Titans get it back to Waters. Waters with a couple defenders in front of him. And a nice centering pass there, but it's going to be kicked away by the Cadets. Up and out of bounds. Titans did not touch it. And with 20 seconds to play here, they're trying to play this really fast. Waters defended that time. They're going to say it's back out of bounds. Here come the Cadets. Cadets with one last possible rush, and that's going to
8, 7, 6, 5.
Do it here in the first half is 5 seconds and counting. And we have ourselves a 1-1 tie in this second state semifinal matchup. The winner will square off with Chicago Mather for tomorrow's 2A state championship match.
Cadets won.
Both teams getting on the board. The first goal coming in Glenwood's favor. That goal by Alex Johnson. It was a nice header off of the corner kick. And Connor Carnduff was credited with the assist, number 5 on the season for Alex Johnson. And later at the 26:31 mark, that goal by Mike Frasca, his 42nd goal of the season, an unassisted goal, that coming off the one-timer that beat goalkeeper Brayton Hack. And that's where we stand here after 40 minutes of play. We're going to take a short break here on the IHSA TV network and come back with second half action and stats from this one. So keep it right here. We're going to be back in just a short while. And welcome back to Lincoln Way North High School here in Frankfort, Illinois, site of this season's IHSA Class 2A State Soccer Finals. We're getting set for second half action of this state semifinal match. The winner of this one will square off against Mather High School out of Chicago, Illinois in tomorrow's state championship game. And whoever falls in this one will be taking on Peoria Notre Dame, the Irish last year's 2A champion, who fell to a score of 3-0 earlier today against Mather. So where we stand right now at a 1-1 deadlock. Let's take a look at the scoring and stats from the first half. The first goal of the game was by Glenwood, that by number 15, Alex Johnson. That his 5th goal of the season, assisted by 12, Connor Carnduff. Carnduff's 16th goal of the season. And then later in this first half, at the 26:31 mark, that goal coming off of the right foot of Mike Frasca, his 42nd goal of the season for the senior midfielder. And that goal was unassisted. It came shortly after a throw-in deep inside Titan territory. So it really was a tale of two halves in that opening part. The Titans really controlling possession and the shots in the first half of that one. And then later on, Marmion really started to set their ways and really got their offense clicking. Shots on goal, certainly in favor of the Titans, 6-2. Glenwood with 2 shots on goal, and the Cadets also with 2 shots on goal as we get underway here in the second half as they switch sides. The Titans, wearing their all-white uniforms, will be going left to right on your screen. And then in their all-blue away jerseys will be Marmion Academy, going from right to left. There was one yellow card in that first half that went to Andrew Waters in the first. I have to correct that. That actually went to number 8, Mike Frasca, in the opening periods. And so we get settled in here in this 1-1 deadlock. Titans getting set.
Correct kick for the Titans.
For the free kick. Titans out of the Central State 8 Conference, and that was a close opportunity. But now the turnaround attempt, and that's not going to be able to find the back of the net. They weren't able to locate the ball now, and we're going to get a whistle here, and it's going to be a free kick attempt here just outside the top of the box here for the Titans. It's a golden opportunity. It's going to put Brad White definitely on his toes. He's going to go to that far post right now. Let's see where Brad White places this one. That Marmion wall is going to be set up right in front. We'll see if Carnduff is going to take the free kick. And the kick goes up, and that's going to be blocked by the Cadets. Nice defensive position there, and now that shot for the Titans by Ethan Fields is going to go up and out of bounds, not even close. And so opportunity there averted by Marmion Academy, and they keep this game tied at 1. Now White sends that one near midfield, about 5 yards short or so. It'll bounce around a couple times, and back come the Titans. Titans hoping for some more early success in this half like they had in the last one. Passing it back to John Schroll. Schroll gets it up, but that's going to be deflected by Luke DeSimon. DeSimon, a name that we didn't call very much in the first half. And now a trip there, and that's going to be a free kick here, set up for the Cadets. That one a very obvious call. Tripped up on the play that time, looked like it was Mike Frosca. And now Brad White coming out of his own net to take this free kick. And a low screamer that time back up to midfield. Cadets trying to play it. Flynn Collins up on the near side here. Watch it go out of bounds. Now Joe Groves. Graves plays it on the near side, and we're going to get a whistle here and a free kick setting up. And the free kick's going to go to Andrew Waters. Waters actually will give way to Connor Carnduff. Carnduff getting set up, letting his team get up near the top of the box, see if they can get a good scoring chance here. Carnduff's kick is up, and here's the header attempt, and that header attempt is just gonna miss the top right corner of the goal. A nice setup that time by Carnduff. And so just like the first half, the early stages of this second have been dominated by the Titans. Less than 5 minutes in, however, in this 1-1 match. Now from the far side, both teams vying for possession. That's going to go back to the Titans. Titans looking possibly down the sideline, and they try to center it a little bit more, but Cadets come in and take that one away, and the Titans darting in to steal it back, but we're going to get a whistle here, and it's going to be a free kick set up for Marmion. Marmion seeking their first ever berth in the state championship game. Glenwood trying to get their first state title since taking the top prize in 2005 when they defeated Boylan. Boylan out of Rockford, Illinois. Now the Titans play it back up. A nice job by Flayhive. Flayhive looking for Joe Graves. Graves, though, surrounded by 3 blue. Out of bounds, sending up another Brad White goal kick. Marmion Academy out of the Suburban Christian Conference. Kevin O'Connor in his 15th season at the helm of this cadet team. And Brad White's kick, a good one. Up near midfield, that's going to trickle out of bounds. Cadets going to throw it back in. Luke
Substitution for the Cadets, number 21, Trevor Jones.
Waiting for the throw-in, and we're going to get a couple substitutions here. Exiting the game for the Cadets is going to be Joe Romanos. And DeSimon sends it in looking for West. Nobody home. And the Titans, watch that go near their box. Oh, I tried to clear it, but Jones has some space. Jones tried to get a shot off, but that's going to deflect off the defender. Nice job staying at home by John Schroll. And just going to wait for Brayton Hack to send that one back up to midfield. Nice punt on the ball, gets it right up. That's going to be played first by DeSimon. Off the head of 2 cadet midfielders, and some contact there, and that's going to be an obvious whistle on Flynn Collins, leading with the shoulder.
Throwing for the Titans.
And so Joe Graves draws the foul that time, and it's going to be a free kick for Glenwood.
For the Titans.
Connor Carnduff, like he has most of the afternoon, going to take the free kick. Conditions here about as nice as you can hope for. Temperature in the mid-40s right now. Maybe low 50s, but around, like, hovering right around 48. Sun's been shining all day, a few clouds in the sky, but there is a stiff wind blowing from east to west right now. Hasn't affected play on the field, however. and that's going to go out of bounds in favor of the Titans. Titans get it back in over to Andrew Waters. Waters with a little space, going to try to find somebody open, and he tries to center that one. That header attempt nearly goes in, and it does get in. And at the 47-10 mark of the second half, the Titans take a 2-1 lead. They retake that lead they had in the first.
Assisted by number 8, Andrew Waters. 47-10 into the match. The score is now Chatham Benwick Titans 2.
And so just like that, it's a 2-1 match. And so with a little over 30 minutes to play here in half number 2, Jordan Fields puts his Titans up 2-1. The assist going to Andrew Waters. So Waters now with 1 goal and 1 assist in this match. For Fields, that's his 11th goal of the game. 11th goal of the season, I should say, for the senior midfielder. And now the Cadets, just like they did in the first half, have to battle back, looking for the equalizer. Let's see what they have to do to get it. They've done a very nice job here, and we're not going to get a whistle on that one, and we are.
The Cadets, direct kick for the Titans.
And so that's going to be whistled on Luke DeSimon, pushing that time. Let's see if Carnduff takes that free kick. He most likely will. So the Cadets once again staring at a 1-goal deficit. Let's see if they can be as resilient as they were in the early going. And that ball is going to be played, and a nice job by Brad White by leaping up and grabbing that one. Nobody able to get a header attempt on it, and the Cadets try to counter. Here's Elder. Elder trying to race and catch that ball from behind. Can't do so. That ball too far in front. And here comes John Schroll. Schroll with the throw in here for the Titans, going up top. And a nice header attempt that time by Jordan Fields. Fields gets it in. Now it's going to be played by Carnduff. Carnduff surrounded quickly by 2 defenders. And back over to Flayhive. Flayhive with man to his left. Goes back to his left. And they don't go right back into the corner and out of bounds.
Throw in for the Titans.
Titans throw it in. They go back to Carnduff. Carnduff just chips it over to Flayhive. Flayhive looking for somebody to be open. He dumped it back to Boland, who chips it right back to Carnduff. And Carnduff was trying to get a lead pass set up that time for Rechtenwald, but didn't appear that Rechtenwald was quite ready for that one. And so it's going to set up another Brad White goal kick. White's had a nice job handling those duties so far today. Gets it right toward midfield. Titans play it back though. Titans with a little room. Schroll on the near side. A little shoulder given to Flynn Collins. No whistle going to be called. But Jordan Fields is going to throw that one back in. And it rolls back to Graves. Graves chips it into the top of the box. He had Carnduff. Nobody home that time. Now the left-footed kick that was sent in by Patrick Flayhive, but harmlessly into the breadbasket that time of Brad White, and White sends it right back to midfield. Cadets trying to find the equalizer still. 3 defenders for the Titans in front. Nobody home that time. Is going to roll out of bounds in favor of the Cadets.
Throw in for the Cadets.
Luke DeSimon going to do the throw in here for Marmion Academy as we wait to
substitution for the Cadets.
Wait for a
number
substitution.
10, Joe Romanos.
And DeSimon looks like he's going to defer to Flynn Collins as Trevor Jones exits the game. And now Collins. Collins dumped it over to Malley. But Malley's centering pass is taken by the Titans, and the Titans come right back. Back into cadet territory. And a nice chip there by Carnduff. Carnduff looking for Fields, but that's going to be headed far from the box, and the cadets back on the attack. Maley trying to find either Elder or Frasca. Neither of them could quite get the ball. It kind of split the difference between the two, so unsure exactly which attacker Elder was looking for.
Throw in for the cadets.
And up on the far side, cadets getting set for the throw-in. Nobody home that time. Titans just kick it toward midfield. It's going to go off the head of the cadets. Graham, they are trying to play it, but makes a little contact, and the free kick is going to go back to the Titans. Titans try to get that kick down to Fields. Fields chasing after it with a one move, and he's got some space, and some contact is going to shoot that ball high in the air in the far side corner. Both teams going to play it a couple times. It's going to roll out of bounds back to the Titans. Fields up on the far side, just dumps it back to Carnduff. Carnduff tries to center that, gets some air under it, looking for the header, but that's going to go over the head of Joe Graves and out of bounds.
Goal kick for the cadets.
So the Titans looking for another scoring opportunity. But Graves was just out of reach of that ball, so Brad White sends the goal kick back up to midfield. It's going to be headed again by the Titans. Out of bounds on the near side. Should go back to the cadets, and it does. Luke Simon going to go upfield. He's trying to get it to Frasca. Frasca defended very well by Schroll. And now a quick chip that time on a possible breakaway by Elder, but some contact left Elder exposed by the defense, and Nick Boland there on the left side was holding, it appeared to be his left side of his hip, maybe a hamstring.
Throw in for the Titans.
So he spent a few moments on the turf, but now he gets up and he jogs up near his home sideline. And now that pass here for Graves. Graves controls it down on the near side corner. Graves has got a defender right in front of him. We'll see if Collins can do anything with it. Collins gets it out of bounds, but that's going to set up a Connor Carnduff corner kick opportunity. And see if they can add another goal here for the Titans and extend that lead to 3 possibly. Here's the kick. Nice chip. Looking for the header attempt, and that's going to go up and almost in. It's going to go wide on the near side post. But a nicely executed corner kick and header attempt, and that's going to set up another attempt here. Carnduff going to try it again, looking for goal number 3. See if they can execute as nicely as they did just a moment ago. Carnduff gets it up, and a little bit of air under that, and he finds a wide open attacker, but he's going to put that well over the top crossbar. He got Alex Johnson. Johnson that time looking for his second goal of the match, but sends that one out of bounds, so Brad White going to take the goal kick again. And White about 7 yards shy or so of midfield. And now Johnson up on that far side trying to play it back. He's got Joe Romanos right in his face on the defense. And now here's Rechtenwall. Rechtenwall plays it back to Johnson. They have a little back and forth action going here. Looking for Fields. Fields just dumps it back into the midfield, and here come the cadets. Cadets here now. A nice pass. Here's Elder trying to race in. Elder with the move now, trying to get something going, and he's going to be caught up there by the defense. No whistle called. And Brayton Hack scoops it back up, but a nice job by that Titan defense. Elder really turned on the speed that time, though. Nearly broke apart from those 2 defenders and was able to get a shot off. But the Titans disrupted him just enough to disrupt his momentum. But back come the cadets. Cadets now looking for Frasca. Frasca on that left side with 1 man to beat, possibly to get a shot off. He does. Let's see if he gets that right foot on it. He does, but it's going to be far out of bounds on the right side.
Goal kick for the Titans.
And so the cadets possibly starting to flex their muscle. looking to tie this match up at 2 apiece. Hack down there inside his own box, getting ready for the goal kick. Not a very strong kick. It's going to be held in by the Cadets. Nice header that time by Romanos, but the Titans do take control back, and it's going to roll out of bounds, so Marmion Academy will get possession of the ball right at midfield on that far sideline and throw it in. Nice little toss that time. Elder off the chest, and they're going to call that out on Elder. So Luke Elder gives it right back to the Titans, and the Titans try to battle their way back inside Cadet territory. But the Cadets fighting right back, but that's going to go back out of bounds. No one even near that pass. Titans get it back in. Trying to get around Romanos. That's going to stay right near the sideline. Carnduff with a little room. Romanos to his right, and right in front of him he had Eddie Graham. And that's going to bounce a couple times and well out of bounds.
Corner kick for the Titans.
And so it's going to set up a Titan corner kick up on that
Tyler Brady.
Far side. Carnduff going to take the duties again. They've been executing these very, very well here in the late going. So Carnduff getting set for the goal kick. Got some nice air under it, looking for the header, but nobody home, and the Cadets get it out of the box. Now here come the Cadets. Here's Frosca. Frosca racing up the sideline, and he's caught from behind, and we're going to get a whistle here. And that's going to be Alex Johnson taking down Frosca from behind, setting up the freebie here for Marmion Academy. And it's going to be Alex Rubel taking the free kick. Rubel with a nice shot here to mid, looking for the header attempt. That header attempt snagged out of midair. A phenomenal diving stop by Brandon Hack. And if this were a score that holds up, that could be one of the plays of the game. And a beautiful setup there by the Cadets, but Brandon Hack just did him one better. And now with just over 20 minutes here in regulation, the score is still 2-1 in favor of the Glenwood. And that ball was kicked. It was played off the hand. They're not going to call a handball. That was unintentional. He didn't lift his arm to play that ball. It was just deflected off the forearm, it appeared, of one of the Titan players. It looked like that was Tyler Brady. And now the Cadets starting to find some offensive rhythm here in the last 10 minutes or so. Still looking to cut this lead down. And that ball's going to be headed back out of the box there. Nice job defensively by the Cadets. And played back up to midfield. And see if Frosca or Elder can chase this one down. Out of contact that time between Frosca and Jordan Schroll. Schroll hit the deck. Both players went for the ball. No harm, no foul. Play resumes. Back up to midfield. Titans trying to get back in here. A nice little give that time by Fields. Fields, who chipped in that second goal earlier at the 47-10 mark. And that right now is the difference. As the Titans on that far side try to get something going. Looking for Andrew Waters. And that's going to roll out of bounds in favor of the Cadets. Cadets with the inbound pass, getting it up toward mid. That's going to be out of bounds. Oh, not out of bounds. It appeared to be that way by Johnson, but it's staying in. Now Johnson near midfield, trying to control. He's got a good amount of space. He gets it over to Fields. Fields watches that roll back out of bounds.
Throw in for the
and
Cadets.
Lopez on the far side defers to one of his teammates for the throw-in. And you're going to chick it over to DeSimon. DeSimon back over to Rubel. And they're going to play it up on the far side. Back to Graham. Graham, little give and go. Cadets just bounce that inside Titan territory. And a nice job here. Here comes Froska. Froska holds off the defender and tries to get that centering pass. He had Flynn Collins on his left streaking in. With those Titan defenders in perfect position to kick that ball away. Now here's Maley. Maley trying to do something with it. Maley chips in looking for Froska. Nobody home. And here's a one-timer attempt that actually deflects off of, it was a helpless Nick Bolin who was on the ground. But the Cadets still looking for the tying goal. Threatening here. And we're going to get a whistle here.
Against the Cadets.
And it's going to set up a free kick here for the Titans. So the Titans going to be able to clear the ball out of their own zone. And the Titans just go right upfield to Waters. Waters. That time looking for Fields. Fields couldn't do anything with it. He had DeSimon right on his back. But back come the Titans. Titans get it back to Fields. Or rather Waters. Waters over to Johnson. Johnson tries to chip it in. It's going to be deflected in. Back over to Waters. Fields can't do anything with it. DeSimon doing a nice job defensively. And trying to keep it in was Flynn Collins. But that's going to go off the foot of Collins. And back to the Titans as they make a substitution here. We'll see if Tyler Brady handles the throw-in or not. It appears he will. Exiting the game for the time being is going to be Jordan Fields and Andrew Waters, giving them a bit of a breather. I have to stop and correct myself. Jordan Fields stays on the field, but Waters does exit the play.
For the Titans was number 19, Brock Tober.
And Collins throws it in. He was looking for Brock Tober, who just came back on the field. That's going to go back for a Brad White goal kick. Still looking for any kind of chance to get a goal in it and tie this game back up with 16 minutes and change to play. And Collins just sends that one deep inside Cadet territory. That's going to be played outside the box and back in, so Brad White scoops it up and takes it back. He's going to punt it up to midfield. And a nice kick that time, about 10 yards past mid. And so here, the Cadets wanted the whistle on that one. Mike Froska hit the turf. It looks like he was drawn by one of the, and another play here, another more contact. Two possible whistles that could have been called. Neither one will. And we're going to get some boos here from that Marmion Academy crowd.
Charging goalkeeper foul. Yellow card issued to.
And off of the, we're going to get a yellow card here, and that's going to go to Alex Lopez.
Number 3, Alex Lopez.
To Marmion Academy. Going to be a goalkeeper infraction. The second yellow card here for the Marmion player. Earlier it was Mike Froska who was issued the yellow. And so that play certainly didn't go the Cadets' way. The Cadets certainly could have been given a foul, not once but twice, as two of the players went down. And the one on Froska certainly looked like it could have drawn a foul, but it did not. And the yellow card is issued to Lopez. And so play resumes back up to midfield, and Fields tried to make a play in the ball, couldn't do anything with it. DeSimon just going to chip it back over to Eddie Graham. And now Flynn Collins for the Titans takes it away. They're looking for Flynn Collins over there. And Graham's attempt there, now it's going to be cut off by Tyler Brady. Both teams just playing keep away from each other at this point, right at midfield. Now here comes Jordan Fields. Fields with the breakaway with one man to beat. He does. See if he splits the defense, and he nearly does, and comes Brad White out of his goal, slides down to keep this a one-goal game. A smart play by Brad White to come out and play that ball. Don't know if Fields would have got the shot off or not. But the Cadets back on the offensive. Brady kicks it down the side, and that's going to go out of bounds back to the Cadets. So a nice little battle brewing here between Tyler Brady and Flynn Collins.
Substitution for the Cadets, number 3, Alex Lopez.
And substitution here for the Titans. Exiting the game is Fields, and Waters coming back onto the turf.
And number 8,
as to Simon.
Waters enters for the Titans.
Throws it in, and that time he was looking for Frosca. It was off the head of Frosca, goes behind him, and cleared a little bit, and that's going to go up and out of bounds off of Waters.
For the Cadets.
Waters tried to keep it in, but it was unable to do so. So to Simon, back with the throw, and this time he's looking for Maley. Maley was trying to center that pass, cut off by the Titans. Now it's going to be played back, and Rubel just wisely plays that back to Brad White. White sends it back up to midfield. It's going to be headed by a few players. That's up to Gavin Sanchez. Sanchez, another one of those guys, we haven't called his name very often here today, but he makes a play on the ball. It's going to roll out of bounds in favor of the Titans. And back out, so we'll try it again. Titans inbound the ball. Up on the far side, there's Waters. Waters with Hutchinson all over him behind him, and that's going to go out of bounds. So nice job defensively there by Jake Hutchinson.
Substitutions for the
and
Cadets,
some more substitutions
10,
for Marmion as we wait for the throw-in. And Hutchinson goes upfield. First player there, though, is Carnduff, and that's going to roll out of bounds. So the Titans are going to get possession of the ball right back, and they go backward to Johnson. And now Carnduff with the ball, makes a move to his left. Carnduff goes to his right, now centers it. There's a nice centering pass to Flayhive. Flayhive sends that one, and that's just going to miss on the near side post.
Full kick for the Cadets.
And so the Titans certainly not content riding this one-goal lead late here in the match. They're still going to go on the offensive, trying to put this one out of reach for the Cadets. But the Cadets have the goal kick opportunity. Brad White, solid kick there, looking for Brady, and that's going to go out of bounds in favor of the Titans. Looked like Flynn Collins wanted the call to go the other way, but it wouldn't. Brady gets it back to Carnduff. Carnduff centers it over to Johnson. Johnson back to his left, over to Waters. Waters with a little bit of room possibly. The defender slipped and fell, but that ball bounced the opposite direction that Waters was headed. So the Cadets trying to get something going now. Cadets try to get a nice long lead pass, but that's going to be deflected there. Nice job defensively for the Titans. And now Johnson coming back, play some defense, and the defense kicks it back past midfield. Carnduff in the mix here. Carnduff going to try to take the long pass, and he sends it up top, and there's going to be a shot, and that's going to be off the hands of Brad White. A nice shot that time by Andrew Waters on the left. And so that'll go down as a shot on goal.
Chatham administrator, please report to the north side of the press box. Chatham
unofficially shots in favor
of
of Glenwood by a wide margin, 8-3. And as we get set for the corner kick, Carnduff, a low line drive, and that's going to be batted away, a potentially dangerous play as White was leaving himself defenseless, and another header opportunity, and nearly squeaks in on the far side. But Brad White just in time to snare that one out of the air. A nice opportunity again for the Titans to notch another goal. Now here comes Academy on the flip side, trying to get And they're going to be giving the whistle.
Cadets. Direct kick for the Titans.
And it's going to go back to the Titans. So the Cadets trying to catch the Titans off guard off that nice scoring opportunity. But that Titan defense holding down the fort. And now the Cadets coming right back. Graham sends it in, but the Titans send it back, and here comes Glenwood on the throw-in. Joe Graves waiting here, another substitution, this time for the Titans. Exiting the game at the moment is going to be Brock Tober. Coming back in will be Jordan Fields. Fields has been very active offensively today, scoring the go-ahead goal at this point. And the Cadets send that one in, and we're looking for Frasca, but Frasca unable to catch up with that one, so it goes up and out of bounds, played back in by the Titans. Titans bounce it around a couple times. Carnduff back over, back to Flynn. Flynn trying to get it over to Graves, but Graves a little too far in front, couldn't do anything with it, so it rolls out of bounds, and here comes the throw in by DeSimon. DeSimon looking for Frasca. Frasca entangled up there with the defender, but nice job by Frasca, making one move, two moves, and now it's going to go out of bounds. And he's going to get tripped up from behind. No whistle.
Throw in for the Cadets.
It's going to be Cadet ball regardless. But a nice toss in that time. Here's Graham. Graham looking for the header, and a lot of contact there. 3 players go down, 2 blue jerseys and 1 white. Let's see if all 3 players are slow to get up. 1 player grasping his face. That appears to be Mike Frasca grabbing the top of his face, and so we'll get an injury timeout here to see exactly what the injury is. Here with 7:32 left to play. And it's definitely not what they wanted to do. Some certain unsportsmanlike conduct there. And so Luke Elder from Marmion Academy
red card issued to number 13.
Gonna draw the red card here for, we'll just call it unsportsmanlike conduct at this point. And that coming at the 52-28 mark. And then on the far side, we'll just let these actions speak for themselves. Don't really need to repeat here exactly what was said and done on the field. And down there for Marmion, head coach Kevin O'Connor certainly displeased, saying something to the ref. Kevin O'Connor also issued a yellow card there. So a rather unfortunate turn of events here in the late stages
as well.
And the puzzling part about this one is it's only a 1-goal game. There's still 7.5 minutes to play. And in a 1-goal game with the state championship on the line, Luke Elder gets himself tossed for an explicit on the field unsportsmanlike conduct, and then the yellow card by head coach Kevin O'Connor. That card less detrimental to the team than the yellow card from one of their better players. So Elder is going to be done for the afternoon, and with the yellow card, most likely we won't be seeing him in tomorrow's consolation match, if that is indeed where the Cadets fall. But still, with 7.5 minutes to play plenty of time for the Cadets to get on the board still and send this one possibly to overtime, with a shot at a state title still well within their reach. And the Titans send it back here to midfield. And the Titans on the near side at midfield, getting the throw in. Cadets still with 11 players on the field. Looking for that equalizer. A little over 7 minutes to play here with the state championship berth on the line, and a nice job defensively just to clear that one out of the box there by the Cadets. And now hitting the deck that time was Mike Frosca, and back come the Cadets. Cadets with a move to their right. And a nice lead pass here. Let's see if Frosca can catch up to it. He can. He has one man beat and chips out with his left foot. That's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to set up a goal kick here for Brayton Hack, I should say.
Goal kick for the Titans.
So a total of 4 cards issued. All 4 cards given to Marmion Academy. 3 yellow and 1 red card. Those latter 2 coming just a moment ago, you saw. And now the physicality is picking up, and some more sheepish moves that time, that by Flynn Collins, little contact outside the yellow line. And Glenwood playing a little more possession ball right now, just trying to get back control of this game. And the Cadets send it deep inside Titan territory. Titans try to clear that one up on the far side. Now here's Fields. Fields, a nice little pass there. And here's Rechtenwald. Rechtenwald racing down that right side. Going to be chased down, but a nice little pass, but it will be intersected by Alex Rubel. Now Rubel going up that right side, going to dump it in. Now he's looking for Malley. Malley passes it back. Trevor Jones up there watches that one go out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Titans. Alex Rubel, or rather Nick Bolin, the closest Titan defender there. So we get a substitution here. Exiting the game at the moment is going to be Joe Graves. And coming back in will be Tyler Brady, it appears.
Substitutions. Number 4,
as we get the
Tyler
throw in
Brady,
here for the Titans.
19, Brock Tober for the Titans.
That's going to go back out of bounds, and Lopez up on that far side. He's going to get set here for the throw-in. See where he goes with it. He goes right in front of himself. And trying to get that centering pass was Maley. Maley couldn't do anything with it, just kicked out by the Titans. And that ball's going to straddle the line, and they're going to say it stayed in bounds. And another rough play is a trip there.
Tripping called
and
against
hitting
the Cadets. Direct kick for the
turf
Titans.
hard that time is going to be Andrew Waters. So some more physical play here in the late stages. And Waters gets up, but he's limping a little bit. He is wearing that knee brace on his right knee. So the free kick setting up here for the Titans. And the Titans go right down the line looking for Jordan Fields, but that's going to be headed by the Cadets. And now here comes Brady. Brady racing into the corner, but that's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Titans, so it's going to go back to the Cadets. Cadets really need to pick up the pace here. 3 minutes and 40 seconds or so left on the clock, and they're only down by 1. Trying to force overtime here in this state semifinal match. Titans going to do everything they can just to keep possession of the ball, keep time going off, and that ball's going to stay inbounds. Nice job by Jordan Fields to catch up with it. Rechtenwald tries to play it back to Fields, but is kicked away by, it appeared to be Lopez. Now the Titans get it back, and that's going to be kicked by Johnson. Johnson over to Brady. Both teams just trading possession here, and now it's Carnduff. Carnduff's just going to dump it back into Cadet territory. And trying to play the ball up. Here comes Maley. Maley cut off by Carnduff. Carnduff doing a nice job there. Carnduff all over the field here in the last couple minutes. Going from defense to offense and vice versa. And now the ball back out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Cadets. Cadets trying to find some room here, but up on that far side is Carnduff. Carnduff watches it go out of bounds. It will stay in possession of the Titans. 2.5 to play now. Titans send it deep into Cadet territory. Cadets all alone in their defensive zone. They're going to play it back up. Maley all alone there in the center of the field. Nobody can get him the ball, and it's going to go back to DeSimon. DeSimon just chips it back toward midfield. The closest one's going to be Joe Romanos. Romanos plays it up to Flynn Collins. Flynn Collins to DeSimon, and that's just going to go off the deflection. We'll see who they give it to. It appeared that it went off of Patrick Flahey, but they're going to say that it went off of DeSimon, so the Titans get it back and they're going to play it. It's going to go out of bounds. And Flynn Collins all over the field right now, really all over Tyler Brady. So a lot of contact. Those two have been battling for a good portion of this game. Now Flahey just gets it back over to Waters. Waters with one man to beat. He's going to be tripped up unintentionally that time. Jake Hutchinson was already on the ground, so not much contact there. But now here comes Johnson. Johnson slid into that time by Hutchinson. Now 1 minute left to play here. It's one goal is the difference.
For the Titans.
And Titans are going to get the throw in. Certainly they're going to take their own time. Titans holding on to that ball. Just going to send it as far as they can. And the Cadets take possession back. Fields tried to play it for the Titans, unable to do so. Now here come the Cadets, trying to find any kind of shot that they can. They just need one. And trying to play that ball deep. That's going to go out of bounds. Titans keep possession. Here comes Collins. Collins gets it back to DeSimon. DeSimon trying to chip it in, but that's going to be headed out not once but twice. Fields heads it back. 15 seconds to play. DeSimon trying to keep it in. Now played by Brady. That's going to go inbound still. And 10 seconds and counting. And the crowd starts to cheer here for Glenwood High School. And the celebration is on for the Titans. They celebrate on the center of the field, saluting their faithful who made the trip here to Lincoln Way North High School, and they will be playing for a state championship tomorrow evening.
Yellow card issued to number 11, Nick Malley, as the time ran out.
And just a side note, there was a yellow card to Mick Malley as time ran out, so that's a total of 5 cards issued to Marmion Academy in this one of them being a red card. And so that's gonna do it here for our second semifinal matchup. So we have our state championship game set tomorrow. It's going to be Glenwood High School, the Titans, taking on Mather High School out of Chicago for the state championship here in Class 2A. We're going to kick it off with the consolation match at 11 o'clock against Peoria Notre Dame and Marmion Academy, who need to regroup and come back strong with third place on the line. So the big story in this one certainly is that second half, don't want to call it a meltdown, but certainly the Cadets lost their composure there in the last 20 minutes of this one. All those yellow and red cards being given out with only one goal separating these two teams. And let's take a look quick at the scoring in this one. The first goal came at the 15-13 mark in the first half. That goal coming by Glenwood. That was
please meet their team outside the stadium.
Alex Johnson notching his 5th goal of the season, assisted by Connor Carnduff, his 16th helper on the campaign. Then shortly after, it was Mike Frosca getting the equalizer at the 26-31 mark, an unassisted goal. That was a beauty that was sent off the one-timer right after a throw-in down on the right-hand side of the field, the south side of the field. And then the go-ahead goal in the second half, that was at the 47-10 marker. And that was Jordan Fields, the senior, notching his 11th goal this season, assisted again by Andrew Waters. And so both teams getting a round of applause here at Lincoln Way North High School. And so that's going to do it here for day one of the IHSA Class 2A State Tournament. We've got our matchup set, and just a reminder again, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, we've got Peoria Notre Dame taking on Marmion Academy, and then the big one, the 2A State Championship matchup, it's going to be Chicago Mather taking on Glenwood High School. And so that's going to do it here for us at Lincoln Way North High School. I'd like to thank everybody from the IHSA and When We Were Young Productions. We're going to say have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow right here on the IHSA TV network for your 2A State Championship. Have a great night.